This is the sheet that they give you with the VEVOR motors. So VEVOR doesn't show anywhere here on the spec sheet here, but that's what it is. They're general purpose, single phase, 60 hertz, clockwise, counterclockwise, so it's reversible, obviously. Duty cycle continuous, which is great. Service factor 115%, which is great. This was the motor. They're 3/4 horse, 1800 RPM, 56 frame motors. At 230 volts, which I've wired for, they only draw 5.5 amps, which is great. 230 volts. The 5/8 inch diameter shafts, and I bought new shivs for the motors for the motor shiv, which were inexpensive also. And the shaft length is 1 7/8, and as it is, it worked out well for me. Okay, so this is the sheet that they give you, and they show you to wire for 230 volts. Your line in is, you have the two lines for 230, and then you have a common. So they have the common going to ground. You'll see down here. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so you have line 1 and line 2, the two hot sides. One goes to T5. You tie T1 and T8 together to line 2. Then you tie 2, 3, and 6 together, and 4, 7 together, and then you don't use 9. You just close that off. And then, okay, so you do that, and yeah, the motor will run in one direction. Then they say, okay, to change from clockwise or counterclockwise to clockwise, you exchange T6 and T8. That's T8 and T6. But you can see that doesn't work for if you have a switch. You want to be able to switch it. You don't want to have to change wires in order to put your boat in the water and then switch it to take your boat back out of the water. That's crazy. So you have that controller. So anyway, here are the here they do a physical representation of this wiring here, and here's the wires that physically come out of the junction box in the bottom of the motor. There is also a heat overload. There's a button down there that you can press in the event that you overload the thing. I don't expect it to be a problem. But okay, so I'll show you. I have a little diagram that I'm gonna show you what the how to wire this thing with this happens to be a TEC II controller, but for boat lifts, there is TEC II and GEM are the TEC and TEC Remotes is TECREMOTES.com, and GEM is the other frequently used controller. There's other ones on the market like Pilot and some others, but those are the most common ones. And but I'm going to show you my TEC II, and probably if you have a GEM, that would also be the same way you would load those. So I'll make a little diagram here. All right, this is the wiring diagram for in order to make the motors run from a TEC II controller, like you saw, that you just switch it down, switch it up. The only caution there, so this is TEC black, that's the one lead, TEC red, and then orange. You have to have an extra conductor between your controller and your motor so that you can run the power in the opposite direction. So that's orange, black, orange, red, T1, T5, T8. And then you tie 2, 3, and 6 together, 4 and 7 together. If you want to initiate the different direction, you swap T6 and T8, so that if you tie these together and you press the down switch and it's actually going up and you want to change that, you switch 6 and 8, move 8 to here and 6 to there, and then when you push down, it will go down, and up will go up. So that's it. This is worth, a trip to having an electrician come to your house. So this is worth some serious moolah. All right.